Hey everybody, this is Joe. I'm here in Houston. It is the middle of August and it is brutally hot. And so my video is going to be pretty short and I'm going to show you mostly things that are taking that massive heat and doing fine. And the first thing is the purple hyacinth bean vine. It's so beautiful. This is just one plant that I put in the ground up against the fence. Look at that, oh my gosh. And when I drive up, you can't quite tell, but when I drive up, all of this is purple spikes up here. And it's lovely to drive up to. And you can hear my little friend, hello Phoenix, little pumpkin puppy dog next door. The passion vine is finally getting going again, thank goodness. But what else is looking good out here? And you'll have to excuse the very many messes because it's too hot to clean anything up out here. Here's more of that bean vine. And then I've got my rose has gotten really big. It needs to be trimmed back, but alas, it's simply too hot for me to do it. And you can see, it's a mess. It's just too hot. Here is one of my little surprises. It's been funny all the last month, is that I'm having daylilies rebloom. Isn't that amazing? How gorgeous is that? And it's huge. There's a whole nother bloom spike there. This one just finished. This is another one that's just finished. I've never had daylilies that rebloomed. And it's been two different kinds. I think this dark, beautiful maroon is Paul Voth, and then I have a yellow one that I think is called, oh gosh, I don't think I can remember the name of it. It may come to me. If I remember it, I'll put it in the description. And so many things, there's a lot of green out here, and you can see this beautiful blob. That is more bean vine I have on a little obelisk, and you can see more way out there on another obelisk, and they just look great. And then I've got some wonderful cone flowers. Look how fresh and pretty they are. Now, it rained 20 inches in July. August, we've had zero, not a single drop of rain. So I have turned the sprinklers on. Last week, I turned them on 3 nights in a row because I felt like I could not get it I couldn't get through to anything. And then I've gone 5 or 6 days without turning them on. And so, oh, sorry. Hello, Southwest Airlines. Very loud. And so, it's doing okay, but it looks pretty rough out here. But it always does in Houston in August. It's always going to look rough. So on the third obelisk is this incredible Duranta. Look how pretty. And so you see all the buds on all of these all these bloom spikes. Look over there. Oh my gosh. It's just crazy. I'm so thrilled that it's come into its own. It took its time, but I'm really happy. Oh, see, I haven't been out here. It's too hot to even move, you guys. Look at all of that. That's going to be covered in purple, in a week or two. Another thing that's doing well is the Verbena bonariensis, which is one of my favorite things, and I'm just letting it go to seed, but I haven't had it last this long. I've had bad luck. Last year I had a lot of good luck, but it kind of pooped out in June, and so I think a month of rain in July has sort of limped it along really well, and so I'm hoping that it will make it all the way through. And then rats, I should have gotten a picture of this one. It was prettier. I've had this one obedient plant. You can see it was gorgeous, and now I just have a few little leftover flowers, but it's been really beautiful. And I didn't plant this here. I planted obedient plant all the way by that fence, so I don't know how this ended up here, but it's been really pretty. And then of course doing well is the Cape plumbago. It always does great. It's really tropical, although it takes a freeze just fine, and you just cut it down. But it blooms rain or shine, no matter how hot it gets. And it's just a lovely clear blue. And then this just came up from seed. It's pretty small and pretty kind of, I don't know, goofy. I didn't really plant it here. This is anise hyssop, and it's really pretty. The bees really like it and seems to be happy enough. Frog fruit is blooming really well in the front yard. I'm going to do a video in a little bit. I'm on the front yard, and it's got frog fruit just blooming like crazy. And then the star of many a show here in Houston in this heat is gomphrena. It is everywhere and it looks fantastic. It just doesn't mind the heat at all. And you can see it's just dotted around, and I've let it self-seed wherever it wants. I'm perfectly happy with any that I get. And so like this one right here, oh look, hello Miss Doubtfire. Say hello to your fans. Hello pumpkin. So this one right here, this huge gomphrena just put itself there and has been sort of puttering along, and all of a sudden, you know, midsummer, it just went really crazy and looks so pretty. And then under here, there is actually something I planted. That is a globe basil, which is already sort of gone to seed. I'm letting it flower, but it just looks super cute. And then I've got a few things in pots that are in full sun. This is that a portulaca, I think? That seems happy enough. And I've got some Thai basil over here that's, you know, it doesn't look terrific, but it's given some flowers out for the creatures, for the pollinators. And then I have never had this gomphrena be happy in this pot, but it's given me a few flowers. And then this is that funny Palafoxia texana, which is a native Texas plant. Absolutely gorgeous. This is sort of gone to seed a little bit, but it'll have another flower. But you can see this incredible plant. I planted one of these in the ground way over on the other side of the yard last year, and this came up in the pot, and I kept scratching my head and wondering what it was going to be, and I let it bloom, and alas, Palafoxia. And I'm going to put in a post, I will put a photograph I took of a meadow outside of Houston at Camp Allen that in September, this picture was taken several years ago, is just an entire ocean of palafox. This is all faded out right now, but you will go and look there. I will post it at the same time I post this video, and you'll be amazed at this incredible plant. And I've been saving seeds, so I'm going to put it out there, especially if it's something that can take this heat just fine. It's a native plant, it's beautiful, and it blooms in the fall. And here's my little gomphrena in a pot that's sort of taking a place. Almost all of my fennel has pooped out on me. You can see how its big old stalks they've just had it. They were like, today's my last day, and they're finished. But I have a couple that are doing all right. You can see it's blooming a little. I really haven't seen any caterpillars, eastern black swallowtail caterpillars on there. And I had a ton. I threw all the seeds out from the old ones, and they all came up, and then it just got so hot. All the seedlings just, that was it. Wouldn't do it. More coneflowers. These are kind of ratty. They need to be trimmed back, but I haven't deadheaded. I mean, oh goodness, it's hot. This Nepeta is doing fine, but now it's been doing fine in the heat, really. There isn't a sprinkler head under here that does keep this really watered when I do set the sprinklers off, which I have, but it actually has done fine. Another thing doing really beautifully is this aquatic milkweed. Look how gorgeous. Look at those little flowers. Oh my gosh. You guys, look how beautiful those dainty little delicate flowers are. I just love them. So I've got a whole little clump here. And then the black and blue salvia is doing really well. I've got my little pond going. And it's, you know, it's green. There's a lot of green. There's not a lot of flowers. But when I really get down to it, there are plenty of flowers. The Blackfoot daisy looks great, and it's got all kinds of new buds all over it, and it's just done really well, especially considering how many people have stepped on it and messed with it while we were dealing with the hurricane fallout. Nearly Wild looks great. I'm having little focus problems today, so pardon my camera skills. Okay, here's one of the things that has just come out all over again. Look at this. This is just Mexican hat that was a volunteer in the yard anyway. It's bloomed all summer, rain or shine, heat or no, and then all of a sudden, it's like it stopped raining and it decided to have a whole second flush. So I've got all these new flowers. They're so cute, such pretty little flowers. And look at all the new buds. And so it's just awesome. That makes me happy. And I'm gonna be planting so much of this next year. I'm really thrilled with what it looks like. And then here's the salvia that I've just got going. Such nice, this is salvia coral nymph or some variety, you know, attached to that that's hybridized. I have one goofy little thread leaf coreopsis. So cute. I haven't seen one in a long time. And it just decided to show up. And then, and this is Salvia coccinea, which is a native Texas plant. A native salvia that then I think has been hybridized, and that's like coral nymph is the same. And then here a white one has popped up. And then of course my favorite is Mystic Spire salvia, which is looking, it needs a deadheading a little, but it's looking pretty good for how just obscenely hot it is. All my roses have kind of pooped out on me. It's just too hot. But again, gomphrena that I planted a couple of months ago, I've just tucked it down in here. And look how nice. And then also back here is Verbena bonariensis poking its little head up. Miss Doubtfire, such a helper. Now over in the shade, there's nothing blooming over here, but it's okay. I trimmed my roses back a little bit. It's kind of early, but they were so pitiful. So I got a little flush of flower from them. And then here we're just, you know, keeping it alive. It looks lush, it looks green. I've got a few Turk's cap that have some flowers on them back there. And then this pretty grass just keeps on going. I love that grass. It's gangly, but it looks good and will bloom again in the fall. This is Salvia leucantha, Mexican bush sage. And it probably really needs to get deadheaded. It's so hot. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm just gonna leave it alone and just let it bloom and be floppy. It sort of flopped over things. I had some things die in the heat. And so I'm just kind of letting it do its deal. I'm not working. It's just, I can't work out here. It's too hot. If you guys are in Texas, you know that it's just too hot to be alive. Here is some of that big penta that it's sort of flushed out. This is the one that fell over in the hurricane, but it's still blooming nicely. I did trim back pretty hard in the middle. This is Salvia Amistad, and it's the one that fell over and just got blown flat in the hurricane. And so I've trimmed the middle. You can see I left some tall pieces because I didn't want to take all the flowers away. But I'm trying to get it to kind of, you know, come back up. I've got lots of little pops of gomphrena back here. And then this is Gulf vervain. This is a native Texas plant that has kind of popped back up now that things have, you know, have heated up it seems perfectly happy. There's Buttercup. There he is. It's the buttery boy. It's getting a little dark out here for me, so I'm gonna try to wrap it up. The things I bought that are so happy are beautiful caladiums. They were my they were my plants that was shopping to make myself feel better. Retail therapy. And then what else is looking nice out here? We've got some fire spike. The red always blooms before the pink in the front yard. And some of it's even a little bit ratty. But if a hummingbird flies through, they're happy with that. My little olive tree seems to be, okay. My ridiculous, this poor thing. This hydrangea, I'm gonna give it a big chip chop, but we're just thrilled that it's alive. And then if we're lucky, I will be able to find for you, this is all pipe vine, and I've had lots of big fat caterpillars on here. I'm not sure if I can find any. They're pretty bright orange. I ought to be able to see them, but the picture that is going to be the thumbnail for this video will have a big orange pipe vine swallowtail caterpillar. The ones I saw the other day were huge, and so they may have gone off. Oh, I bet here's one right here. They may have gone off. Here's a baby. How about that? What a way to finish the video. Hey, buddy, I hope you're in focus. It's kind of dark out here. Y'all take care, you guys. I hope you're having a great week. Stay inside. Look at your garden through the window, and be safe out there. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.